Hey guys, so today I have a cosplay video. I should have brushed my hair, but I didn't. Anyways, it is from Genshin Impact and it's Xiao. I kind of waited for this, so actually I ordered it from Amazon. I'll leave a link in the description box below if you want to purchase from them. Basically, they said it was fast delivery because I paid extra money for the express delivery. They ended up having to actually refund me the express part because the manufacturer sold out somehow of the cosplay and then they were making new ones, so then I waited a long time for this one. So my Xingqi cosplay that I actually showed on my channel before in my cosplays playlist, that one was supposed to come after the Xiao one, and somehow it just came before the Xiao one, and this one got so delayed to the point where I was like really annoyed by it because I was like, oh, I wanted to actually have this before the Xingqiu one because the Xingqiu one was a little bit more expensive, so I didn't want Amazon to take like my money like before the Xiao one. But they did, and then it kind of messed up my whole thing, like my budgeting and everything. So yeah, um, but it's finally here. I have all the pieces. It came in one packaging, but I ended up folding everything into like two of the different bags that it had to begin with. So this was $150 Canadian, um, which isn't that bad. I wanted to look at Amazon to buy most of the Genshin cosplays because, to be honest, they're quite pricey, and even though I understand why they're super pricey on like cosplay websites, I just don't want to pay over $200 for these cosplays, especially with my budgeting and everything. I know a lot of people, like, I know it's $200 like for a Diluc cosplay to almost $300, and I really want a Diluc cosplay, so at the end I'm gonna look on Amazon and see if they have a cheaper one, just because they're all mostly from the same manufacturing because they're all from like Chinese manufacturing anyway, so the quality is probably gonna be the same. It's just the price difference. I notice a lot of places are using similar pictures, so it's probably from the same manufacturer from what I've seen. So yeah. Um so this one is the shirt, and the back has like a gold lining on it too. It does have like the cloud detailing that he has, like these swirls and stuff. So it's not like they didn't put in that those prints on it. It's actually there even though it's not noticeable. The thing that confused me is the size tag is like on the front, even though technically this is the backing for it. So the first time I put it on, I accidentally forgot that he doesn't have like a chest piece or anything. He has an open back on his shirt. So literally I put it on and I was like, why is this v-neck so deep? And then I realized I was putting it on the wrong way. Typically, I try to put on cosplays without looking at references, and then it starts to get confusing because some characters, especially Genshin characters, they have so much going on to the point where you would need to look at a reference to put stuff on. Like certain things I didn't know a character had on their like costume or like clothing that I end up finding, and I'm like, oh, that's neat. I didn't know they had that on their back or something. So yeah, so it's one of those things. So basically how it works is um there's a button in this part and you just put it on your back. supposed to go like at your neck. So yeah, so it fits really nicely. Like the length is okay. Like the shirt that I'm wearing, the tank top, is pretty long, so it's kind of, this one is a perfect fit. It's not like the tank top where it's super loose. The only thing is like it's pretty loose on the sides, so yeah. And then the back looks like this. It's open and yeah. I do like this shirt a lot. I feel like if you're someone who wants to wear like tank tops outside and you like wearing open back shirts, it does feel really nice for like a warm weather scenario. So if you're like going outside, you could wear this cosplay shirt and kind of get away with it and be like, oh, this is a normal thing. So yeah. So these are his pants. They're super pretty and well made. I actually like this because the backing has like the elastic, so if you find it tight, like you won't find it tight because it stretches, but I feel like this was a perfect fit. I bought a medium, but definitely look at the sizing chart before you buy anything, just because sometimes things are more Chinese sized and so they'll be smaller. Typically I do wear small like clothing for American clothing, so me buying a medium is borderline stretching it, because sometimes for the most part I am a small size, so buying a medium is kind of a sizing up. So this might be like a Chinese sizing, so just be careful when you're buying any cosplay. It might actually be like Chinese sizing because it comes from a Chinese manufacturer. So yeah, this one has a nice button, and then it does have an actual zipper, unlike other pants where it's kind of like, oh, you just button it up, and stuff like that. There is the faux leather to do the design on his thing, on his pants, and then this part. This part kind of feels like thicker fabric. I think they stitched another layer of fabric onto it that's different for the design. These are wide pants, like they're not skinny. I think the way it is Xiao's pants are supposed to be, they're not, they're kind of poofy, and then when he wears the boots on them, so if you get the actual cosplay shoes, they're supposed to tighten around like the bottom part of the pants, so it looks poofy on top and like on the bottom it's skinny. So yeah. I have to say these pants are well made compared to other cosplay pants, and they feel more comfortable. I've had some Bakugo pants where they feel like inside the material feels smooth, and it's kind of weird because it's like I don't know what material it is inside, while it's kind of like lined with this smooth material. As for this, it's not, so it just feels like regular pants. Here's the other leg too. Overall, fits pretty well. I'm stepping on like plastic, so sorry if you hear the noise. But yeah, overall, pretty nice. It's slimming here, so it's not that bad. It fits my waist perfectly. It doesn't feel like it will fall off like when I pull down like that, so there's not much room for it to like fall. The pants fit really nicely. And then there's this string. I'm pretty sure this is to tie around the pants. The only issue that I have with this one is that it's super small and it's not a big enough string to actually tie around. I don't know. Like, I find this really tiny, so I'm not sure how they intended for people to tie it around their waist. So all I do is like a double knot and then that's it. It's not supposed, I don't think the knot's supposed to be like noticeable when it comes to Xiao having like this ribbon around his pants. So it's kind of awkward having it like here. So that's why I do like a small knot anyways. And then we have his belt thing. Or wait, I think this is supposed to go around his... I've only worn this cosplay twice, so yeah. So both sides of the back have Velcro, so you can unvelcro it. And then it does have like the belt straps as well. And here's what the front looks like. These are kind of like a foam material, and then this one's like a hard plastic. But yeah, I think the coloring and the pattern printing is really pretty for these. So they're honestly very well made. So it's just supposed to be in the center like that, and then you get to tie this around. So this is the back. I missed that loop, so ignore that. These are really long, but the printing again on the fabric is really nice. And then just a close-up detail of the fabric in the front. And then these things like the ring and these jewel bits. So overall, this is like the base for the cosplay, and then there's a whole bunch of other stuff. It did come with a wig, which I was surprised. I guess I didn't read the actual description too well of what it came with. All I saw was pictures of everything else, and I was like, okay, we're good to go. And then it came with a wig, which is really nice. I don't wear wigs because my scalp's pretty sensitive, so I don't know, like, I've never put on a wig. I have one for Zenitsu too, like my Zenitsu Demon Slayer cosplay, and I haven't worn that one either, so maybe one day I'll try them, but for now I just want to keep it in here because I don't want to ruin it. But it gives you like even the wig cap part and stuff like that, and tells you how to put it on. But yeah, this is something that I've never tried before, so maybe later on. But it does look like a really nice green wig with like the different highlights that Xiao has and stuff like that. So this piece is actually for his neck area. It's very difficult to like wear just because it's all like faux leather and foam basically. But I do like the detailing. I feel like this could have been made out of something like different. Definitely if you're making your own cosplay, having like a harder piece and connected to like a softer piece might be better. But here's what it looks like. This is like the back part with like the string, and this is made out of foam. This is stuffing, and then this is more foam. But you do have this nice long fabric that goes for his back part. So yeah, so I got confused about this before, but you basically want to Velcro this to your neck like this. And then this is actually supposed to be more like where it's like this. And these parts, actually, on the tank top itself, there is this fuzzy bit. I don't know if you guys can see that this fabric is more fuzzy here. And basically, that is a place to put the Velcro on. So you just Velcro it to yourself. And then this side also has the same thing. So yeah, so this is the part. It's kind of a bit annoying because this material isn't super comfortable in any way, but you know, like, it does look good for like a cheaper cosplay. I say cheaper, but for me this is a middle range because it's super, I don't know, anything over $100 technically to me is kind of pricey, but yeah. And the back part looks like that. Yeah. Alright. I honestly don't know where this one goes. I'm pretty sure, like, I tied this. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be, like, for the belt of the pants, so I forgot about that, so I'm gonna leave it off for now, but I think, like, the belt, the pant, the actual pant with the belt straps, you can put this on, so that way it's tight. There is one piece where it's like this. I honestly don't know what's supposed to connect to it. I still haven't figured that out yet. I might look more into like the images of Xiao, like references and stuff, to see where that actually goes. Because there's some parts where it's like I'm still trying to figure out where it goes, and I still haven't found out where it went. So yeah, so that's something that I'm saving for maybe later to do. So this is his neck piece. It is foam, so it's not the best material ever. I feel like if this was plastic, it would be better. Also, this part I need to re-glue again. But basically, one of these actually fell off. Like the strings, the tassels actually fell off, and I needed to glue it back on because they were just hot glued on. So yeah, that's something you need to watch out for. This isn't really like super like nicely made. I feel like it looks nice, but it's not really like the structural integrity of it is like it could break easily. It does have this clip for like your when you're putting it over your neck, but I have a really small neck anyway, so I just put it on. So yeah, that's how it's supposed to look. I don't like that it's foam, honestly. This is like, there's a lot of cosplay pieces where I don't like certain materials of, and I'm like, oh, well, it looks nice and it looks pretty, but at the same time, it doesn't feel super comfortable. So, like, that's the only thing, because it's foam, it doesn't feel comfortable. But I guess they made it out of foam so that way it doesn't, like, snap or anything, but, and also it's cheaper. But I feel like if this was actual plastic, it would have a nicer feel to it. Like, it is weightless, like there's not a lot of weight to it, so I guess that's the plus side of having it as foam, so that way it doesn't feel like you're being dragged down by wearing something too much. But yeah. This part, I forgot where it goes. I think it hooks to his belt and then his back. I don't think I can put this one on too. Let me look at an image. I forgot to look at an image, like search up Xiao images, because like normally I'll look at an image and then I'll be like, okay, I know where this goes. I'm pretty sure it was supposed to go on his belt somewhere, so I'ma do... I think this part was supposed to go on his back anyways, so somewhere here. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. When I do like an actual like wearing this outside, I'll definitely like change it up and stuff like that. It's just for now it's kind of hard because I didn't look at a reference when I should have before filming this video. Honestly, sometimes I get confused by different pieces just because there's so much going on with the cosplay, so yeah. And then we have the sleeve part. This one is my favorite part because it's really pretty. This is supposed to be sort of like this medallion thing that he has, but they made it out of foam again, which, you know, it's fine. So if you hit someone by accident, it's like bump into someone by accident, it's not gonna hurt them. But honestly, I would have preferred less foam material when it comes to cosplays. But yeah, the print is really pretty too, and then it also has like the bead part on it with the string. So there's like an elastic thing here, so it actually stays to your arm width instead of like just attempting to stay on your arm. It actually does. So I think it's the left arm that he wears it on. So it doesn't fall off. You can move it however you want and it's fine. This part's kind of annoying because it doesn't stay in one place. But yeah, the sleeve itself is really good. It's lined with red. Super pretty. So that one's my favorite part. Besides the shirt and the pants, I feel like I really like the base pieces for this cosplay. Not so much like the accessories too much. So yeah. It has the gloves, and I'm gonna be very honest with the gloves. It doesn't fit that well on my hand. It's not like other places that I bought from where it's like the size of my hand. I feel like this is too long. Like this isn't the proper size. But they have a black one and then they have the blue one. Yeah. I'm just gonna leave one glove on for now. Now to the parts where I actually don't like them at all, and I'd prefer just not wearing them for some reason, even though it is a main part of his gloves and his overall look for his hands. This part is supposed to be here, and you're supposed to tie it, and the string is super long. I feel like if they had something Velcro instead and just had you put it on here, it might feel more comfortable, and also it would stick better. This is just not working. Like, I tried to tie this and the material itself is really not that great. Also, it's pretty loose too, and the fact that you have to tie it on your hand means you need someone else to help you do it. So honestly, I don't like wearing these. I might like buy Velcro and then just Velcro onto the glove itself, because I don't have a problem with gloves being like this, but like not the right size. But the fact that it's not something you just have stitched on here, instead you're tying it with this weird string, it doesn't really work that well. And yeah, so this is one of those things where it's like I probably will have to modify because I don't like it. The other thing, this is kind of okay, but at the same time, I wish it was on the glove itself. It's like his animo vision, and like also this one too. It's like this, so I would definitely prefer these to be just on the glove itself. I don't know why this was kind of a weird design choice for like a cosplay. But yeah, basically that it just velcros onto you, and it's okay. Like this part I can live with because it's kind of like on the wrist, so it's not gonna move that much, and also it's velcro, so it's not gonna like fall off compared to this part, which I actually really hate. This is, for some reason, I haven't found like much cosplay pieces that I don't like, except for stuff that's made out of faux leather. Like this part, I don't really like it too much because it's uncomfortable, but at the same time, like aesthetically, it looks okay, so I'm not gonna really complain much about it. But this for sure, like I don't understand why. Like it could have just been printed on the glove too, like a fake one, so that would be better. So yeah. Overall, the cosplay is the other glove, and this is the other thing. But overall, the cosplay is pretty nice. There are some things where it's like not really too happy about, like the material and stuff, but in general, I would say it's fairly okay. It's decent if you want to do something that's under $200. It's not super expensive. The base parts are my favorite parts, so those are really good. It's just some of the additional stuff could be made with like better materials. Overall, I do like this cosplay though, so yeah, I'll probably wear it. But I'll probably have to like modify these things and make it like more convenient for my hand. Like if it was printed on here, it would have been so much better. But yeah, so hope you guys enjoyed this video. Oh, I switched my shell. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll leave a link in the description box below if you're interested in looking at the product listing or like buying this product. It's pretty good for the price again. I'm not going to say it's super bad. There are just some things that I prefer to be different material, but that's just me. I feel like whenever I look at different cosplays and like costumes that characters wear, I'm like, oh, it should have been this material, but instead it's not. So that's normally how cosplay is. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Bye!